What's happening, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Raps and Raps. This is where we partake in festivities and just rap, man. We just talk about anything from what's going on in pro wrestling, what's going on in the Michigan indie wrestling scene, what's going on in life, what's just happening in general. We even talk about things like getting old and things like that, because Mark clearly likes to point that out, that I am getting old. Speaking of, I really wanted to bring this up about this specifically, because the last time you were here, when we talked something about like after you get a certain age, you just get tired of people's shit, and we kind of talked about DBA and how like he's tired of everybody's shit, shit like that. Okay, so speaking of story time, I'm at Meijer in Marysville, which is like one of my most awesome favorite places and drives me completely batty. So I'm there, and I'm in the self-checkout lane. By the way, that's a huge thing now. Self-checkout, like, I know you work in retail, but self-checkout is a huge thing. And I'm in the self-checkout lane. And so I'm in the very far left, and then there's one here, and then there's one over there. And there's two ladies, and they're self-checking out. And I don't know what they're bitching about, but they're bitching about something, right? Mm-hmm. They're bitching about something, and she says something about it. And that's why I like Walmart, blah, 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 blah. And you know what I said? Really loud without even thinking about it was, then why don't you fucking go there? Really loud. Didn't even think about it and just did it. And then I went, you know what? That's when I went to myself, Mark's right. I'm sick of people's shit.
Yeah, bro. It's like you don't have to like I'm sure she looked at you like you were out of pocket, but it's just one of those things where it's like if you liked Walmart, you would have went to Walmart. Like,
yeah,
we're open. Like if Meijer is open, then we're open.
Right.
Meijer only stays open 1 hour later than us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So unless you were shopping at 11:05 or 11 anywhere between 11 p.m. and midnight. Unless that
COVID's changed things though.
Unless that was the time, you know what I'm saying? She had the opportunity to come see us, but people will go to Walmart and do the same thing. Like, man, I should have went to Meijer. I'm like, the crazy thing is, it's 15 feet away. Like, you don't even have to go to Marysville. We have one on the north end as well.
Right.
Like, you can go there.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna be pressed.
Right. Well, it was just that I just thought about it. I'm like, man. After I walked out, I'm like, he was fucking right,
bro. I literally had to go to Midnights because, well, I didn't have to, but like one of the reasons I asked to and decided to was like there was this lady one day, and she came in and she goes, what, I don't understand why you never have this brand of cat food, whatever it was. And I was like, I'm sorry, ma'am. She goes, every time I come in here, you never have this kind of cat food. Why don't you order it? And I was like, well, I don't order anything. Like they don't give me those kind of privileges. That's not my job. I show up and I stock the shelves. I don't do the ordering. Well, why doesn't somebody else order it? And I was like, I don't know, ma'am. I'm saying every time I come in here, you guys never. Well, if we never have it, why do you come here looking for it? And she just looked at me, and I was like, I can't help you, man. Like if you know we don't have it and you come here looking for it, then whose fault is it? It's not my fault. Like we never have it.
No.
It says it, but we never have it. Like I'm not sorry. And my other problem is I didn't tell you to have a cat. Like it's never my responsibility to feed your cat.
Great.
The same way it's never anybody's responsibility to pay my child support. It's not my responsibility to feed your cat.
No. And so I just want to say, yeah, you're right. And unfortunately, that is the thing. You are right. I'm just turning on my phone here to get the live chat. Okay, well, maybe it won't let me do that right now. But things going on in professional wrestling, and more specifically in Michigan. You've seen the MIW Rasslin Rage MIW awards. Did you see that? I know you've seen it because I've seen the note. I've seen everything up until yesterday. I didn't see anything today, but I did hear today, even within the last half an hour, that and I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say this or not, but whatever. Wrestler of the Year and Breakout of the Year were both like one vote apart. Heel of the Year.
Yeah. One vote apart.
Yeah, they were one vote apart. Yep. Very, very close this year. Now, you were nominated for 2 of the categories, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Well, and you won one along with Adam Wick for Match of the Year.
I won one. No, not along with. I won one because of Adam Wick, and he doesn't want to admit that shit. But like it's Adam, bro. You know what I mean? Like Adam's everybody's favorite wrestler right now, and I'm down with that shit. Like I thanked him for it when we won it. I told him, I'm like, bro, like you replace anybody in this match. You know what I'm saying? It's not Match of the Year. You know what I'm saying? Whatever other match you had in this thing would have been Match of the Year. But like we got Match of the Year because I know what I brought to it, but like I can't acknowledge what I brought to it without acknowledging what you brought to it, and you made it Match of the Year, Doug, which is also why he'll be Wrestler of the Year.
I just, I don't know. There's got to be something right about it, considering the fact that you were nominated or had enough nominations to qualify for both Wrestler of the Year and Breakout Wrestler of the Year.
Right. And
I'm just saying.
No, believe me. Like, I talked with Rebecca about it, and like I told her, like I get it, because she had to really kick it to me to like be like, look, man, you gotta acknowledge what you did, because bro, like when I came back, I just told people straight up, like, I'm only wrestling a couple places. I'm wrestling when I want to.
Right.
I'm wrestling as myself.
Right.
So like to do all that and then like, hey man, we nominated you as Wrestler of the Year. It's like, yo, what? Wait, what? Like, I'm purposely doing like what I want to right now, and that's not to be like offensive to anybody. It's just that like everybody's like, hey man, we need a quick entrance. I'm like, a quick entrance? All right, cool. I got 3.5 minutes before I'm coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm literally doing what I want to, like when I want to, like, and like to say that I'm the Wrestler of the Year when I know the work that Adam's putting in, I know the work that Tommy's putting in, I know the work that KJ puts in, I know the work that Forever Young put in, even with a broken hand over the last couple of months. Like, I know that there's guys that could easily be Wrestler of the Year. So glad to have the nomination, but like ready to lose to Adam Wick. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully.
That's fair. That's fair.
Respectfully, because you know what I'm saying? Like, why BS it? So
right.
I'll take the breakout, you know what I'm saying? Because I like that's, like I said, I had fun. I did my thing, you know what I'm saying? So like breakout, yeah, cool. Like I was more so me. I was doing me. I was having fun. And if you seen that and acknowledge that, then I appreciate that, and I thank you for that. I'll accept that one, you know what I'm saying? But
no, that's fair. I just think it's cool that not even to you, but like everybody in general. Like if you look at the 5 individuals for each category, that's a pretty top of the line list of people all along, not just in breakout, not just in Wrestler of the Year, but also Rookie of the Year and Heel of the Year.
Right.
So I mean, to those people out there that may not necessarily, that don't win, because obviously there's going to be 4, people that don't win that award. But I mean, to be put into that with those other people is pretty cool in my book, and it wasn't me that put you there. So I want everybody to understand that, because I think there was a little bit of a misunderstanding this year with the awards, and I don't know why, but a lot of people have been asking me this year, well, like, how did you guys determine this stuff? And
I mean, I asked you,
right? Yeah, you're not the only person.
Yeah, I didn't even really know. That's
and
why
I would
like,
expect
wait,
you to ask me, because you haven't been around.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I get that. So last year, this is the third time. We've done this. So the first year was completely all fan nominated, fan voted. Really cool. Second time, we did all promoter nominated. Okay. And then we decided that it would be in the best interest of the awards to have Match of the Year voted on by the fans, right? Because who better to decide? Because
that's dope. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
right.
because when you have all the different promoters, some promoters are going to nominate other matches, but they're going to nominate their shit, right? I mean, why wouldn't you?
Most likely, the fans that are voting for Match of the Year will be voting off of the emotions that they had off of actually seeing the match,
right? Yes.
Like, it's no offense, like everybody's got a life, everybody's got to do what they got to do, but like not every promoter goes to every promotion like other promoters do.
Right.
So like, You know what I mean? Like, so I that's a dope way of doing it.
Right. Well, and then last year we added for the first time Feud of the Year. It was between Feud of the Year and Tag Team of the Year. And we actually had the fans vote on which ones they wanted, and they decided Feud of the Year rather than Tag Team of the Year. We didn't add Tag Team of the Year this year either because I really want to focus on getting this to an award ceremony status, right?
Not to be like we like the tag teams that are showing up are kind of new. Like, and there's no offense to them, but it's like even if we waited another year before we give you guys the award, it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, just like, you know what I'm saying, prove yourselves.
Right.
Other than that, we have DTA. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we have, I think the other team that could win it, you know what I'm saying, almost hand downs to where like it's not even a point to like have the category. It would be like the Midwest Scum, even though Logan's an idiot. But like, you know what I mean, it's just one of those things. Like they're the only team, like, because DTA is like they're a team, but they're a group to where like I say DTA and like you could think Tommy.
They're interchangeable
you
wrestlers.
Could think Tommy and Aaron. You could think Aaron and Jack. You could think like it's almost anything. So
Adam, if he's a member at that moment.
Yeah.
KJ's a member now, I guess.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ryan's
Ryan Matthias too, nominated for Rookie of the Year. Both those guys, KJ Reynolds and KJ, I believe, was nominated for Breakout, if I'm not mistaken, as well.
Yeah, I want to win that one, so I hope KJ wins Rookie of the Year.
Yeah,
you know, so he gets something.
Yeah, good stuff. Enough about the awards because that's all I've been doing.
I get you, bro.
But that's what happens. You do something like this, and I'm passionate about this shit, right? Like, really, dude. Like, not just the awards, but like,
thank you.
Right? Yeah. But no, really, I am. I'm passionate about this stuff, and it really means something to me. And I want it to mean something to not only the wrestlers but the promoters as well. And that's why we went to the promoter style. I really, the way I think about it, and you're familiar with college football, correct?
Right.
All right. And they got the coaches poll and they got the AP top 25
right.
and then the BCS and whatever, right? And so that's where I kind of thought about it in the aspect of is like, so, every week, all these coaches have to rank all these football teams, right? So why not have the promoters, the people that are booking these guys and girls, whatever, right? Why not make them part of it, right? Why not make hey, like these guys are the guys that are showing up, doing the job. These are the guys that we recognize. And I think that was a really good way of doing it. I just feel like match of the year, feud of the year was something that the fans should have voted on. So that's the way we did it. And going forward, we're going to keep it that way. But I'm thinking about doing like, kind of thinking about it in the way of like an election. But not so. But
the elections be rigged, bro.
No, yeah, but not like. Hold on.
I'm just kidding.
So like, 3 fans.
All right.
Get an electoral vote.
3 actual fans.
3 actual fans, not like, and they'll have to.
What's an electoral vote? Like, it's like automatic votes.
Well, no. So they get.
I really don't know how that shit works.
Well, in my head, I may not be using electoral in the right term, but
okay.
All right. So I mean, like, so they'll get to do the same thing that the promoters do, but it won't be like all the fans. It'll be like 3 fans, and then I'm not sure how I would.
Was that it's gonna be like a raffle, or is it gonna be like?
Yeah, it'd have to be something.
Okay.
It'd have to be something. I'm just not sure what. So Dan Edward is in the chat. He says, "There's my favorite wrestling rage and my favorite wrestling hero, Mr. 401k. That's my dude right there."
Yeah, I still got that poster, man.
Yeah. So well, he posted it. So
literally got that poster.
Yeah,
gonna get a frame for that.
Thank you to Dan Edward, and thanks for joining us, by the way. Hey, don't forget to smash that thumbs up. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. If you haven't noticed, up above us right now are our Cash Apps. Now, listen, we don't expect you to give us money, but if you feel like you wanna, we ain't gonna we ain't gonna deny you.
Not at all.
Not at all. They're also available down there as well. So, but like we said, we talk about a lot of different things. Is there anything on your mind that you wanted to talk about? Because I know that you're what's the word I'm looking for? Intellectual type.
Bro, I got a wild question for you.
Oh shit! Here we go.
I've been sitting on this question since the moment you messaged me and asked me like if we could do this and set this up.
Oh boy!
Because I seen this on like it be popping up on my YouTube stories, and so like I've seen this a couple of times now. So
I
I
don't
want
know
to
what to
know.
think
I
about
want to
this
know.
one.
I want to know what you would. I want to know what you would do in this situation. All right. So say you meet your wife. Okay.
Current wife.
Yeah, it could be a current wife. You can make up a wife. It doesn't matter. say, in this situation, it will not matter. I promise you. Say you meet your wife,
Okay.
and you guys kick it. It takes off. 3 years later, you're like, I'm gonna marry this lady. I love her. I'm gonna marry this lady. So you marry her, right? The same year you marry her, you guys have your first kid, and you're like, yep, this is family. This is life. I'm glad I'm doing this. You guys are doing it. You guys got a job. Everything is gravy. 2 years later, you have another baby. You're like, oh man, this is amazing. You're building a family, bro. You're doing the things that you've always been taught to do, that you wanted to do. So that's 5 years in, right? Time passes. Yeah,
it does.
It's 13 years, man. It is 13 years into this marriage. It's 13 years into this family. You got 2 kids, and then you wake up one day and you find out that your wife is your sister. What do you do? Bro, what do you do?
Hell no.
Bro, there's this couple in this YouTube story.
Where the fuck did you see this?
It pops up. Like, I be scrolling my YouTube stories, but this couple, like this black couple, they just staring into the camera like me and you just were. And he tells that story. He tells the story. He's like, literally, we found out yesterday we're brother and sister. We've been married 13 years. And it's just like, what? And like the video just ends and it's just like, but it's like, in life, what do you do? Do you leave her?
Yeah.
Like what do you, bro, it's been 13 years. Like, do you act like 13 years just because of morals and all this kind of stuff? Do you look at your kids and be like, sorry, found out that your mom
they're actually brother and sister.
Yeah, they were brother and sister. I mean, I don't, the way, like I said, the video just ended, but like that was their story.
Yeah, dude, I would have to end it. Yeah. Yeah, I just couldn't do it anymore, man.
Oh my god, dude! It did me on Valentine's Day. Like it was like one of those things where it's just like, how deep is love?
No, I can't. So, let's see here. I had a question for Mark Ross. Out of your wrestling career now, who is your favorite match with top 3?
Favorite matches that I've had. Top 3.
I'm sure that's what he's asking.
I think number 3 would probably be me and Anthony Henry for the FIP title.
Oh, that was a great match. I watched that match.
Yeah, because that was a personal match. That was something that I had gotten set up. Anthony was a guy that was very hard to impress on the road. And that's what wrestling has been about for the longest time with me, is like I didn't grow up with brothers. I grew up with 6 sisters. So like when it comes to the guys in the ring, I do try to like let them know that I can fucking hang with them. And Anthony was a guy that I wanted to know. I wanted him to specifically know I could hang with him. So he would probably be number 3. Number 2 would honestly probably be it'd probably be Jamie's match from last year, only because if you look back at last year, it was my only real like storyline. So that final match and that led into the promo was just a big moment. And it was very real, and you know how I am about like the realness of things. And number 1, my favorite match of all time that I've ever had would probably be the 20-man battle royal that I got to be a part of for ACW. And I mean, speaking on the other side of the wall, it was a match that I got to book. It was a match that I got to set up the whole story for. It was actually the match that led into the match for Anthony Henry. I started at I Shawn Michaels that shit. I started at number 1, went through the whole thing. So I think I wrestled for 46 minutes. I actually wrestled for 46 minutes, was out there for like 51 minutes. Like it's the longest I've ever done anything wrestling wise. So it's like one of the proudest moments I had like within wrestling. So like, and that was me and Alex got to set it up. And that was one of the things where like we spent a month with contingency plans. Like we set up everything. Like, well, if this falls through, what will we do? Like we ended up having not to worry about a lot of stuff, but that's probably like my favorite match.
Awesome. Well, man, you found out a lot there, dude. Cody, I would be considered a favorite fan, he says. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough. Okay.
He's been there since the beginning.
Right. Yeah, he's been there for a while. Good stuff. Yeah, lots of stuff going on, man. I'm working a lot, man. I worked today. I got to work tomorrow. I don't have to. I volunteered because I like money.
Right.
But it's not only that I like money, but I got bills to pay, man.
You gonna watch the Super Bowl tomorrow?
Probably not.
Yeah, me neither.
I
probably will keep up with the score. I'd be betting on yards.
I don't. What on your phone?
Yeah. I'd be betting on FanDuel.
I did that. So what was it? The first year that we were allowed in Michigan to do that with the whatever. I don't know how it was like. So, but anyways, I think it was FanDuel, and if you had to deposit a certain amount of money in and make a bet, and then if you had to pick a straight winner, and if you won $125. It was like a $5 bet. You know
they be having their safe game parlays and all that.
Yeah. Well, it was your first time. It had to be your first time ever being on that. So I won that, and then I also bet. It was Tampa Bay's the year Tampa Bay won it.
The Chiefs, okay.
Yeah, and I bet that Tom Brady would score throw for 3 touchdowns, and he did. I won that, and then I bet that somebody else would rush for a certain amount of yards, over 100 yards or something like that, and they did. I ended up winning like $600-700 today.
I win and I lose, but I only bet yardage now because like. There was a couple times this year. So like there was one time where there was one time where like I bet like I'd be salty if I lose. I'd be salty if I lose and I lose for some dumb reason. So like one time I had bet like Travis Kelce would get 1 touchdown and 25 yards, right? In a game. The dude got 4 touchdowns for like 9 yards. It was like the game where like they went crazy and he was just scoring all those like short little, and it was so stupid. So it was like, so I didn't win the bet because he didn't get 25 yards. He had 4 touchdowns, dude. And it's like, bro, I hate you. I hate your guts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you did so good, you did so well, but I hate you. You know what I'm saying? So like, so I get to the point where like I only bet like receiving yards and rushing yards now. I don't bet touchdowns no more or like the scores. Just because it's like y'all control that way too wildly,
right? Sorry, I'm getting messages. Yeah, I'm not. Somebody said so. It's Seattle and Kansas City.
No, Philadelphia.
Oh, excuse me, Philly. Yeah, Philly. Why do I keep saying Seattle? I said that the other day too.
Different bird,
right?
The Seahawk or the Eagle. It's still a bird.
All right. Yep.
So it's not the Lions. You know
we do that.
We still out of it. It's a team.
So are you in? Have the Rookie of the Year thing, right?
For us, for wrestling.
For NFL.
No, I don't. Who won it?
I forget, but so Aiden Hutchinson, you know who he is, right?
From our team.
Yeah. He was the fan voted one, and then they have one that was the NFL or whatever. So a lot of people say that he got snubbed. I was wondering if you were in on that, like you knew anything about it.
No. So like when it comes to football nowadays, so I played football into college, and then like to be honest, like afterwards, I played with the video games for a little bit, but I don't follow the season because none of it really matters until the playoffs. Especially now with the way that they have the system of like being able to like almost play in, type thing, and like I'm pretty sure like. One of the teams this year like got in with like a 7-8 record or something really crazy. It's just one of those things where it's like football's not the same to me. I literally, bro, when I was a senior, we did the bull ring drill.
Oh boy!
And literally like it was like the first day of hitting, and I remember like this guy hit me so hard that like my helmet popped off, and like I went to grab my helmet, and my coach kicked the helmet, and was like, "Get back in there!" So like watching football nowadays, it's just like, bro, like I don't know what I would have done if I was in a system like this. But like it's one of those things where it's like I obviously am not Cam Newton. I don't think that I can be like a top running back. But it's just one of those things where it's like it's a different game.
Yeah.
So I just watch for the playoffs. Same thing with basketball. I just watch for the playoffs.
I didn't even watch any college ball this year. Like. It got to the point where, because I'm a Michigan guy, you know that, right? And this basement used to be entirely Michigan. Well, this side, anyways. Remember that back before the base was flooded? This side was all Michigan.
Right.
That side was all Rasslin.
Yeah. I mean, there's a Michigan sticker right next to it.
Yeah. But now things have been redone a little bit, and we haven't really redid it because I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I want to sell it, but anyways, what was it? Where the fuck was I going with this? God damn it, I forgot now. Football. Oh yeah, I didn't watch any Michigan games, and they just kept winning. I was like, I'm not going to watch any games
this year.
Yeah. And then they went to the playoffs.
To be honest, they
lost.
To be honest, the playoffs are the worst thing that ever happened to Michigan. They're the worst thing that ever happened because, like, beforehand, Michigan could get the opportunity to not have to play an SEC team, but they played
TCU and lost.
Yeah, you're right. They did lose to TCU beforehand, but even if they beat TCU, we're not beating Georgia. We're not beating Alabama. We're not beating these teams that just be running the ball.
I would agree with you.
So the playoffs is a horrible system for
the Big Ten. Now listen. I agree with you. Had they beat TCU like they were supposed to, right? Okay, and then moved on to play Georgia. Even if they would have lost, all right, it would have been beneficial to the university.
Right.
Not only because of the money, but because of recruiting on the national level. When you make it to the dance like that, even if you don't win, that still is a selling point when you're recruiting guys. Because you say, hey, look, we made it to the playoffs last year. We made it to the playoffs this year, and then we made it to the big dance. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're right. But eventually people are gonna be like, yeah, bro, y'all keep going there. But then once y'all get to the dance, your date pours the Kool-Aid on your head, and then you just stand there looking dumb as hell. Like I said, dog, it's not like they be losing. These dudes be losing. What was it, 56-7 for Ohio State? It's like, bro, stay home. You could have stayed home. You could have stayed home if it was gonna be this. It's not 14-7. It's 56-7. Come on, dog. And like I said, I get it. I'm not a collegiate athlete.
No.
I tore my knee and stuff like that, but
I'm by far not a collegiate athlete.
But if I had a 56-7 wrestling match, people gonna let me know about it. You know what I mean?
that is the truth.
What I'm saying?
That is the truth.
Get this dude get him out of the ring.
Have you been paying attention to anything in the news lately?
Worldwide news?
Yeah,
wrestling news.
Worldwide news.
A little bit. I've been kind of trying to learn about Andrew Tate.
Okay, all right, fair. Have you heard anything about this Chinese spy balloon?
Yeah, because it's funny to me. But I mean, it probably shouldn't be funny to me. But it's one of those things where it's like imagine knowing somebody's spying on you and you just talk about it, but you don't do nothing about it. It's like, yeah, dog, these guys are spying on us, and it's like, for what? Like, what are they looking for?
Right.
What did they find? Why did you shoot it down? What are we really gonna do about it? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see Instagram meme about it. But
right. I was a little bit I don't know, China, even though they're one of the richest countries in the world, right? Why are they using balloons to spy on people, bro?
Bro, probably because it's probably something that's easily disposable. You know what I'm saying? It's probably whatever they're using, because I heard that they had them in a couple of different places. So it's probably one of those things where it's whatever they're seeing, whatever they're transmitting is it's instantly coming back to them. So it's shoot it down. We don't care. We got the information we needed. When we seen it, we got the information we needed. It's recording here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's got to be something like that. If it's a balloon, like I said, it's out in the open. That's why it's like that kind of spying is almost like saying, imagine if I was just standing on the corner and you walked into a building, I'm pretty sure Mark's spying on me, but everybody can see me, I'm just looking at you. It's am I spying, or is it just an awkward moment?
Right. Or when you got that drone hanging over the head.
Yeah, it's just really weird.
I want to get a drone. You ever flown a drone?
I've tried to. I rode drones and hoverboards. It's technology that's not made for me.
I wish at my work, dude, my work, so where I work is the size of probably 4 city blocks. It's huge, right? All right, it's fucking huge. And to walk from the front of my factory to the back of the factory where I work takes fucking forever. I wish I had a hoverboard. I want a fucking hoverboard. To hoverboard from the back or from the front to the back and then back again.
Have you ever been on a hoverboard?
No.
Bro, I tried to ride a hoverboard one time because I wanted to go to the gas station and get some cigarettes, and so I was like, man, I don't feel like walking. I'm about to learn. I was like, I'm about to learn how to ride this hoverboard. I'm gonna ride this hoverboard the 6 blocks to the gas station, get these cigarettes, come back. Bro, I spent like 40 minutes in the driveway going in half circles because I couldn't even like learn how to like, really get into it. And like, bro, like,
why didn't somebody film this stuff?
Bro, it was because bro, I was by myself. It was like 10 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's after work for me. Maybe somebody did record it like across the street, but like, bro, literally, it got so bad that I just put the hoverboard back in a place that I didn't even find it at. Like I put it back like respectfully, like right. I'm gonna put it up over here, out of the way, so nobody ever rides it again. Because this thing fucking sucked and just watching the story.
So, funny story recently. So, you wrestled at FU. You wrestled Father Marquez. And then we stuck around for a little bit. And then we head home. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, all right. So, we're on our way home. And this is one of them road stories. Now, fucking. All right. Mark fucking asses out. Good night. Okay. So, and which is reasonable because slightly later down the road, I pass out as well. All right.
I also worked the night before.
Okay, right, which is fair. And I worked too that morning.
Right.
Okay. So we're driving and we're sleeping, and all of a sudden I wake up and there's fucking disco balls, bro. Fucking disco balls, dude. We're getting pulled over. I ain't driving, right? Thank God. But anyways, fucking, they come up. I don't know. Maybe we was swerving a little bit or something. But the funny part is, we show them all our shit. We're good to go, right? So we get pulled over. Mark's passed out in the back. I'm awake. Mark's passed out. Doesn't bat a fucking eye. Doesn't move. Doesn't do shit. The cop goes, could you just poke him so I make sure he's all right? I had to reach back there. I say, Mark, I had to reach back there and move him, physically move him. He pops up, looks, cop goes, okay, and goes right back to fucking sleep.
Bro, you want to know
went right back to fucking, you didn't even fucking care.
Bro, you want to know how bad... You want to know how bad it was? When I went back to sleep, I woke up on my couch, bro. Like I didn't remember any of that. Like when I was talking to Rebecca the next day, I was like recalling the day, and she told me that. I was like, didn't that happen last time? And she was like, no, it happened last night. And I was like, so I remember getting in the car. I remember laughing to myself.
You did. You were you were talking to yourself and shit. It was weird.
Because I'm my own best friend. I'm my own best friend.
It was. I mean, it was.
You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
I had lost to Father Marquez, and I had to make myself feel better, so I did, and I was feeling better. And then you guys were like, "Let's go home," and so I was like, "Okay," which sucked because there was this girl named, I think her name was Lee, that Ross, Johnny, whatever he wants me to call him, was trying to hook me up with. But we went home, and yeah, I probably needed to because. Like you said, I was night, bro. I woke up the next day, bro.
Well, so I'll tell you what did it. You know why I decided it was time to go home? Because I'm the one that said, let's go. You want to know why?
The food?
No.
Okay.
Because so you bought me a beer. And I drank it. And then I went to go get another beer. And she said $4. And when she said $4, I said, oh, yep, time to go.
Are they always that expensive?
That's I don't know, but $4 for a beer for me is where I draw the line.
I feel like the prices change all the time.
That's every bar you fucking go to.
I feel like it's so inconsistent that I'm just like, I just buy one and hope somebody else buys me another one. I just smile until somebody's like, "You want a drink?" Yeah,
that was expensive, bro. Those were expensive burgers.
Can I get a drink? Can I get a drink, please? Sorry, I buy me a drink. I ain't got no more money. But it's just like, damn, dog. I think I got a drink. I usually just get a shot and a beer after my match, And they be like, all right, that'd be $22 in your first kid. And I'm like, fucking Christ, I was like, y'all take credit?
I'll take credit.
Okay,
I swipe that shit down your ass crack.
Cool. Like, get us next time. We know you'll be here. Yeah, got you.
Right. So, we were talking about work. I work too much.
Right.
You work midnights, dude. That sucks. That's gotta really. I hate midnights.
I mean, it sucks. It sucks more for the the people that actually have to be around. Like it actually works well with the schedule. Like I've adjusted to it well, but like the people that I work with just suck. I work with a vast variety of people from like the ages of like 45 to 85, and then like 18 to 25, and then I'm a 34-year-old. I'm the only black person on my crew. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm in a whole different world, bro. It's just like that shit sucks. And I work hard. I work hard for no reason at a Walmart. You know what I mean? Like I be in there like stocking shelves,
right.
like LeBron James. Like I'd be like, get this old ass man off my shelf. You know what I'm saying? Like get him out of my way. Like it just, like I do take it like way too serious sometimes, but it's just how I am. I do everything full to full potential.
So Dan wants me to ask you what he thought about Rob turning on everyone. Rough House Rob at Grizzly Pro Wrestling.
Oh, I thought he was getting fired. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even realize he was turning on people. I don't know. Rob is a guy where we have to respect Rob because he's been here for a long time. But like I never be knowing what's going on with Rob. To be honest, I'm 5'6", Rob's 6'11". I can't hear what he's saying up there. You know what I'm saying? He be drunk. He be drunk. He bends over like that's supposed to help, but like imagine a giraffe talking to like a mongoose. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just conversation is just different. So to be honest, bro, I didn't realize that's what was happening.
Oh Lord Almighty, that's crazy, dude. That's insane. So this is pretty good, dude. This is one of those things that we do on Raps and Raps. That's where the raps comes in. There's raps.
Just smoke and talk. Yeah.
Raps and raps.
It's good to just talk sometime, bro.
Right. Now, part of your thing as a pro wrestler, you talk about, you're a dad, right?
My father?
Yeah. You're the dad.
Oh, me being a dad.
Yeah,
yes,
you're a dad. Well, how's the dad life?
Bro, it's super hard. It's super hard, especially like at a time right now. Like my son will be 9 years old this year.
Oh yeah.
My daughter's 6. My daughter has all the energy of Sonic the Hedgehog. And she just came off of like a broken wrist. But like when she literally, or not a broken wrist, she broke her I think like her forearm and her like into her elbow. But she is so active that she does karate, gymnastics 3 to 4 days a week. She taught herself how to do front rows while keeping her arm straight to where it wouldn't touch the ground. She was doing one-handed cartwheels without her arm ever having to touch the ground, like protecting. Like she can't sit still, like to the point where she broke her arm, got the cast. A week later, she was being brought home because she was on the swings and fell off and messed up her arm again in the cast. Like her pain level. I'm walking so my daughter can run in the world of wrestling, bro. In all honesty, I know it.
Yeah,
I absolutely know
it. Is she
it.
in karate with you too?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So she'll be testing on Monday for green belt as well.
That's amazing.
And that's what I mean. Like she's gonna everything she's gonna know. Her favorite. Like I woke up this morning, we had some donuts. She played Smash Bros with me. You know what I'm saying? Like she likes the wild stuff. She likes the fighting. So yeah.
That's crazy, dude. So my youngest is the spitting image. I wouldn't say spitting image, but he's most like me. My oldest, not so much, but I've got a 21-year-old child. They're not a child anymore. Adult. Man, that fucking old. Thanks, Mark.
You said it. You asked about my kids.
I know. So you're testing for green belt. And I was talking, I know we were talking about it a little bit earlier, and we were talking about the forms, and like I haven't been training in quite some time. And so you told me it was a Pyongyang Chodan, and it took me a minute to think about it, but now I know the form, and again, I would have to do it to really know it. But what's your thoughts going into green belt? Because you're not only are you changing your belt, but you're changing your dobak as well. And I remember my journey as a martial artist. That was a really big deal for me,
Right.
changing the dobak and getting the new belt. And I was telling you that the dobaks get heavier as you get up in the ranks, but the snap of the dobak is amazing with the heavy dobak. But green belt, man, I do believe you have to do some breaking, don't you too?
Yeah, I think they didn't talk about it on Thursday. They might have talked about it yesterday, but we didn't make it yesterday. But yeah, we do have to do some form of breaking. I have to know the numbers, which please don't ask me right now what those numbers are.
What do you got to count to 10?
No, I know that. I know Hanadula said.
Oh, you got to know Cho.
I think it's the Grandmasters and.
Oh, they're Dan numbers.
Yeah, and it's a simple pattern. It's something like 1 2 2 3 6, or it's like 1 2 2.
Who's Dan number? Do you need to know?
Collins and Collins Jr.
Oh, senior and junior.
Yeah, and so I'm pretty sure it's like 1 2 2.
Oh man, it's been
3 6 or something like that. Because like it's like some of the it's like 2 of the numbers are doubled and 2 of the numbers times each other equal the last number or something like that.
I'm not even gonna bother trying to figure it out.
And then the other one was
I know mine.
Oh, you put it on you?
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah,
60,155.
I mean, that's dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I probably will remember, like, as messed up it is, I'll probably remember yours before theirs. But it's just like it's one of those things where yeah, I know that I know the Ilsu Sheiks, you know what I'm saying, 1 through 6. I can do those hand and foot. Dude,
the worst is when you're a gup, right? And you're doing Ilsu Sheiks. That's the worst, in my opinion. All right, take this as an adult, right? Doing Ilsu Sheiks, because you do Ilsu Sheiks hand and then Ilsu Sheiks foot.
Mm-hmm.
And then you do that all the way to red belt, and then you get to red belt and you do red belt Ilsu Sheiks,
which are both together.
Kinda. As they get higher, they're a little bit different, but they're fun. Leg sweeps are fun. Black belt Ilsu Sheiks are cool.
Yeah, no, I be watching. Like I be picking stuff up that I'm not supposed to yet. In all honesty, and I'd be asking the black belts. I'd be like, hey, I kind of seen them do this, because like there's like one of the red belts Ilsu Sheik is my hand and foot combination right now put together. It's the block down into the strike, into the kick, into the kick. And I seen somebody in red belt do it, but I was like, are they doing what I'm doing? And they're like, no, they're doing their Ilsu Sheik. And I was like, but they're doing what I'm doing. And they're like, what do you mean? I was like, and they're like, oh yeah, no, like it's what you're doing, but like it's put together. You're not supposed to do that yet. And I'm like, okay, well, I won't do it again, but I seen that. Like, I just let you know, I get it. Like, okay, like cool. Like, at least let me know that. Right. And I like to like watch and like learn that kind of stuff, because a lot of the kids, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know how it is. A lot of them are kids. So, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm literally in the back, like Mr. Miyagi, going super slow, because all these kids are learning, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? But, like, and that's also kind of why I want to learn it anyways. Like, I'm not in it for the tournament medals and stuff. Like, I literally
that's fair.
I want to get some kind of country land and then just be old and, like, rickety, but, like, for some reason can do, like, perfect tung sudo forms. You know what I'm saying? No matter how I walk with a cane.
Did they ever tell you what Grandmaster...
Yeah, you talking about the guy that wakes up and does all of them?
No, the Supreme Grandmaster. Well, yeah, that's Grandmaster Juilliard.
Yeah.
But have you ever heard about Grandmaster Huan Qi?
No.
That created Tung Sudo Muduk Kwan.
I'm not
what
sure.
What he bought as a dojo?
What he brought? No.
What he bought?
No.
A mountain.
Oh, you made a mountain into a dojo?
Yeah,
maybe
that'll
Taylor
be
did
in one
tell
of
me
your
that.
tests someday.
Yeah, maybe Taylor did tell me that.
Yeah, he bought a mountain. But yeah, so
But no, they talk about the guy that like wakes up and just does them all.
that's Grandmaster Dale Juilliard, the first American black belt in Tung Sudo, Dan number 757. I remembered that.
Oh, I appreciate that because, like I said, I probably remember yours. What yours was 61, 50.
Yeah, Grandmaster Dale Juilliard.
What was yours? 61,
60,155.
60,100. Okay, I knew it was. Yeah, I knew.
I don't even remember it by the top. But so Grandmaster Dale Juilliard was stationed, if I'm not mistaken, over in Korea during the Korean Army or somewhere in there, and learned Tung Sudo from Hwan Ki, and then came back to the United States. He married his wife, who is also a master or grandmaster. She's 9th or 10th. I think she's 9th degree. I can't remember. Was in the Korean Rock Army. She's a bad motherfucker.
Do you give them weapons? If you're a 10th degree black belt, do you like I feel like if somebody handed me a gun as a 10th degree black belt, I'm like, come on, bro. What are you doing, Doug? You know,
if you ever get the opportunity,
like I'm running in there like Shinobi at that point, bro. I'm looking there like Naruto. I'm in the dark, all black. My arms behind me.
if you ever get the opportunity to watch Master Collins, and then I now believe he's Grandmaster Collins Jr., right? Am I right? Is he Grandmaster now?
I think so.
All right. So if you ever get to see Master Collins Jr. with weapons, do so, because he's pretty damn good with most of the weapons that they teach at PKSA.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen him live with any of them.
Well, Master Prosh is pretty good with a bow staff. He's also a good breaker. But yeah, for real, dude.
Yeah, so that's. I mean, it'll be exciting.
Yeah.
So I look forward to it.
Well, I mean,
thanks to my kid for getting me into it.
Well, now you got what? So after you get green belt, you got about 9 more months. Or wait,
bro, I got green belt, and then I got like 9 more days or something. Or no, it's like because it's like 7 days from now. So,
well,
I mean, actually, I'm not sure. I'm like,
but you'll have
whatever.
9 months.
February 24th, I'll be wrestling at Horror Slam. You know what I'm saying? Then I'll be getting another belt. You know what I'm saying? There's belts all over the place. Green belts and black
wrestling
belts,
right?
Wrestling belts, like every belt.
Well, I was saying, but you have 9 months from green belt until you test for your first red belt and you change your dopak again.
Is that how it goes?
Yep. Because you're going to be green 1, green 2, and then you test for red belt.
Okay, I didn't know how quick it was. I wasn't sure.
Yep.
Like, okay.
At least that's how it used to be.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was like a 3-month period, then a 6-month period to make it like a full year or what it was.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I'd just be along for the ride.
Trained. I need to get back in there, but it's hard, dude. I don't have the money right now. I'm paying off a lot of debt though.
I know the next form looks dope. I always be seeing like the next class, like learning the next form. They be doing some like things like with their hand or something like that. Like I don't know what it was, but like they were doing something with their hand. They were doing something with their hand where it was kind of like some kind of block.
Oh, probably middle knife hand block.
No? I don't know. It looked like the Cobra, man. I'm not
it looked like a Cobra.
It looked like a step team. Like
I don't know what that one is, bro.
You know, like that the green belts right now, they're like a family. There's like 4 people.
Oh, okay.
But like they're all like they look like they're like an all white step team, bro. I swear they were standing there like this, bro. I remember looking at it.
Cobra guy.
I should have been practicing, but I remember seeing that, and I was like, Doug, that's the Cobra sign, Doug.
That's great, man. That's awesome, man. What the fuck was I? Oh yeah, so you're at Horror Slam on when? The 25th?
On the 24th.
Like 4th of this month?
Of February, yeah.
February,
it's the undeniable championship.
Yeah, see, I ain't doing anything again for, commentary or anything like that until March, man, because I have, Grizzly Pro, which you gonna be there?
Yeah, I'll be there.
And then
I got job show for them, but I'll be there.
I have FU, and then I have in April, I have Kaos, and you'll be there too.
Yeah, well, are you not doing XI March?
Well, I'll be there.
But you're not doing commentary. I got you. Yeah.
Not yet.
Got you. Yeah.
Not yet. There will be one day.
Yeah, because XI is back now. So
for XICW, I've done commentary for XICW on a couple of different occasions, but
right. You know, that'll be exciting. That's what I'm looking forward to.
But getting back to, you know, I wanted to say something to you about that. Are you happy that your rookie is getting his cast removed?
I didn't care either way. I told his ass, I don't care if you show up, like literally, dude. Like I don't care if you got to stand on the apron the whole time. Like we're not losing it, and I'm not getting eliminated. Like that's not happening.
But what day is it? XI?
What you call it? Damn it! Don't put me on the spot. I don't know. My time tree calendar tells me. I'm pretty sure it's March 19th. Is it? It's a Sunday.
It's always a Sunday.
But yeah, I want to say March 19th.
Well, I'm looking it up right now. Thank God for the internet, right? Yep, you're right. Sunday, March 19th, 2023 at the International Institute of Metro Detroit. 111 East Kirby Street, Midtown Detroit.
He kept, like, I would ask him to get updates just to know how he was feeling as a person, but he would always try to like reconfirm me that like it would be off, and I just kept telling him I don't care. Like I literally could have you, and it's not because I'm that good. It's just that, like, if I have to keep you safe like that, you know what I'm saying? That's what we got to do. But but we're not giving up on this shit. We're not bowing out of it.
Well, hell no.
You know what I'm saying? Tape that thing.
I know how you feel about this shit, dude. Man, I remember that the first night back. So it would have been the reboot. So it was episode 2, but it was when you were inserted into Proving Ground. Right?
Wrestled twice, bro.
Yeah.
Wrestled twice. Well, the first night back. Yeah.
But you also picked
Young.
Yeah, you guys, that was the night we had the reboot.
I picked Young, and right before I walked out, they told me, like, hey, man, just to let you know, if you pick Jimmy, you get immunity. They told me that right before I walked out. Like, they gave me the heads up and everything. It's like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's how to say that's why Aaron picked him, because I'm not even sure, like, what pick Aaron had.
Aaron had the last pick.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So, like, I'm not even saying that, you know what I'm saying? But, like, it was just one of those kind of things where it's like, duh, like, I need to do it this way. Like I told you, I've been doing everything my way this whole year. Right. So, like, I knew once they told me who the rookies were, who I was going to pick, I was like, as long as I get to them. Right.
Well, you know, so there's 3 teams left. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, and one team was eliminated because the veteran didn't show up.
I you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel bad for him, but at the same time I don't. Like, like I said, that's why my rookie, you gonna show your ass up. you don't have to do nothing. You can show your ass up. You can show up.
You just show up, and we'll figure it out.
I got you, bro.
Right.
Kobe scored 81. I could do this.
I believe on their new episode of Killing the Business, him and Top Gun just released. If I'm not mistaken, he says he gets it off on the 15th or the 16th, maybe.
16th.
Yeah, something like that. I haven't watched the entire episode yet. I did halfway through.
Dumbass nominated me for 2 awards and didn't give me either of them. I'm like, bro, like, why did you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be your vet. You gonna talk about me and then not give me no awards? Just talk about, like, yeah, he should get this award. He should this, but we're gonna give it to Adam. And it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, dog, yeah, Adam gets it all. But it's like, dog, I at least thought my rookie would respect me, but no.
Yeah.
But yeah, the 16th he gets his cast off. So that's good.
Yeah.
He'll go back to playing video games.
Are you excited to get back to Proving Ground?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I was pretty excited to hear about it and it coming back. I just talked to DBA today, actually. He's out in Vegas. Yep. Yeah, he's out in Vegas.
You know, Mongo on his honeymoon. You see they ran into each other?
Yeah, I did. Did you hear what happened to Mongo with the bank? Fucking bullshit. Fifth Third, you suck.
Could you imagine going to the other side of the country and then running into somebody that you see
once
a month? Like, come on, bro. I'm on vacation. What are you doing here? I didn't come with you. Like, well, I know they love each other and everything like that, but it's just one of those things where it's just like, dog.
DBA goes to Vegas all the time.
I'm pretty sure he has like space, like one of those timeshares there.
Something.
But like DBA just be on vacation. He'd be on vacation like once a month.
Hey, if you got it like that, you should do it.
Yeah.
I wish I had it like that.
DBA always makes the same face to where, like, even when he's on vacation, it looks like he photoshopped himself there. But, like, you know he's on vacation. Like, he's not actually here. But, like, that face that he just be making in every single photo.
Right.
He'd be like, bro, are you really? Yeah, you there. You see everybody else like, oh, yeah, y'all there. But he'd be looking photoshopped.
It's crazy, man.
Him and the slothy.
The sloth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a dab. What do you think about that?
I'm down with that. The sloth works for the government, bro. The sloth works for the postal service.
Let me ask you this, dude. Because we grew up in different eras, right? Because you're what, like 10 years younger than me?
I think so. I'm 34.
Okay, so you're 38.
I'm 34.
34. So yeah, okay. So 10 years. All right, roughly 9-10 years. Okay, so like action movies, right?
Okay.
Action movies. Favorite action movie? Do you have, like, I can't say I have just one. I have a bunch of good ones that I like. What's one of your favorite action movies?
You gotta like, okay, so man, I can take this so many different ways because if you're talking about like action, straight up action,
okay,
it would be different than like action drama, and it would be different than like
man,
action comedy. Like, cause growing up, like you said, different stuff. Like one of my favorite action comedies growing up was Money Talks. With Charlie Sheen and Chris Tucker.
No, I'm thinking of a different movie.
No, Charlie Sheen and Chris Tucker.
Okay, yep.
Where they like chasing the diamonds and stuff like that the whole time, because it was just like the way the way he pretends to be like the famous son of like the whole thing, but at the same time like I also like I really like when it comes to action movies, like what is it called?
Dying.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
I'm like thinking about taking this dab. Yeah, basically like when it comes to there would be like different things based on like how.
All right. Well, so I'm a big fan of, was a big fan of like the old school Jean-Claude Van Damme movies, dude. Kickboxer, right? First one I think of. Kickboxer, Lionheart. Pull that motherfucker down. Bam.
Oh, pull it down. Okay, yeah. I'm pushing it in. My bad.
Yeah, down, push it in. Yeah, pull down, push in. Those ones, those were some. Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze.
As far as an action movie?
Yeah, well, those ones, yeah. What was it's not Lionheart. What was the one where he was Frank Dukes? Jean-Claude Van Damme. Fuck, I can't think of that was Lionheart, wasn't it? I can't remember. There's a couple of them that I like, though. I like Bruce Lee movies, too. Enter the Dragon. I had in this conversation that somebody didn't know that Bruce Lee died on the set of Enter the Dragon.
A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
They also don't know his son died almost the same way.
Right, exactly. He was shot on the set of The Crow.
Yeah. But no, so I'm not sure if you would consider like a full action movie. It's more so like a fantasy sci-fi movie. One movie that I really loved growing up that was like underrated was Waterworld, bro. With
I've seen Waterworld.
Was Kevin Costner?
Yep, Kevin Costner.
Bro, like I don't know why, but like paper, it's paper. Like I remember watching that as a kid and just dying every time that guy was flipping out about paper. And then he tried to do the trade back. He's like, oh no, I can't trade back. That was one of my favorite things as a kid. Waterworld. I liked all that kind of stuff.
Like so fantasy.
Double Dragon.
Wow.
Double Dragon is like a guilty pleasure. I watched Double Dragon like 2 days ago.
Wow. Fantasy movies? So, dude, I'm a huge nerd, right? Like huge nerd. I mean, I'm not a big nerd as some other people, right? But I am a nerd. And so obviously I'm a huge Star Wars guy, right? But Lord of the Rings, man, always Lord of the Rings. And I mean, like, some people are like, "Oh, I've seen the movie." No, dude. Like, so Josh is huge comic book guy. Like, literally has and reads comics and knows all the stories from the comics and like when these guys are in this comic and this shit. I don't know none of that shit. And I'll never tell you that I do. But when it comes to Lord of the Rings, I've read Lord of the Rings. I've read the books. I've read the Silmarillion. I've read The Hobbit. And I love the movies. I don't particularly like the Hobbit movies all that much.
I didn't like the Hobbit movies. After the first watch through, I was like, yeah, I probably won't watch those again.
Even after reading The Hobbit, I really, like I read The Hobbit before I watched the movies. But having read The Hobbit and then watching the movie, It was very similar. It was very spot on. However, it was just too much.
Right.
And they drew that story out way too long. They could have did it in 2 movies if you asked me. But I think they just wanted that New Line money.
Right.
You know, but have you watched? Do you watch? There's a series on Prime, Amazon Prime.
I don't. Amazon Prime is like one of the one streaming services I don't have.
Oh, okay. Well, there. If you ever get the opportunity,
There's a Hobbit series.
no, it's called Rings of Power.
There's a Lord of the Rings series.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. And it's based on the first age of Lord of the Rings, which is before the Lord of the Rings movies, and also before the Hobbit.
Also, I would say before he finds it too. Then okay.
Yeah, it's before the Rings even made, or while the Rings being made during that time.
Like, I mean, like I like that kind of stuff. Like but I'm also the kind of person that like. So I mean, I seen Lord of the Rings at the time that they came out and the Hobbit. But like when it comes to other things, like if people make a really big deal about it, I wait till it's done and dead before I watch it. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody's gonna ruin it for me. So like I just watched like Game of Thrones like last fall. You know what I'm saying? But Game of Thrones was awesome.
Right? See, I couldn't get into it.
But like now, House of the Dragon like is taking off. So it's like get you in a couple of years. You
Right,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because it's like I don't need to know the story of it, but like it was dope to me in the sense of what that time period is supposed to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they took it there on a lot of stuff where it's like, Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying? I can't believe they did this on TV. But like
Did you ever get into Doctor Who?
Doctor Who? Nope. Because I always got confused about it because like I didn't know what Doctor Who was. So like somebody explained to me Doctor Who as the female, and then I seen Doctor Who and it was like a white lady or like a white guy or something like that. And then I'm pretty sure like Doctor Who was like black at one point in time or something like that too. Or, like, it was like something crazy to where like I was watching different episodes and I was like, whatever y'all be talking about is not what's on my television.
You got to start
You know
at the
what I'm
beginning.
saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not what's on my television.
Yeah, and it's hard now. It used to be on Netflix, so you used to be able to watch it all the way up until the current stuff, right?
Yeah.
And now you can't. So now you got to have, and I don't even know what it is. It's something, the Brit Box, it's called, or some shit like that, which is, you know, BBC TV shit, you know what I mean, which is all Britain.
Right.
Because that's where it's at. And we have the, what was it, BBC US, I don't fucking know. I don't even know. But
yeah, I personally think I need to start watching more like documentaries and getting back to like learning some things and expanding my mind. Only because for a while there, like I really needed to like life was so real that like I only watch like fantasy stuff,
right?
Or
I
like
gotcha.
or like comedies that I knew would make me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm a sucker for The Office, bro.
I no.
I can quote.
I wouldn't got that from your fucking
quote it,
Lego.
Oh yeah,
shit.
yeah, bro. Yeah,
you got the Lego Office thing.
Michael Scott, all that, bro. It's just like I can put that on and watch it. Same thing. Like I'm a sucker for that and like anything 90s, Ninja Turtles, bro. Like I said, Double Dragon. I can even the horrible Mortal Kombat's, like anything like that kind of stuff. I'll just put it on and just.
Wait a minute, you didn't like the Mortal Kombat movies?
I loved them.
Okay,
they were horrible. Like they were horribly produced.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like,
did you like the newer one that came out?
Yeah, I actually really did. Right. I didn't think that I would. Right. But I really did. My biggest thing is, and that was, like I said, is one of the things I have to get used to. Is why I need to start watching documentaries and stuff like that. They made it authentic to the point where like at the beginning there was all that stuff in Japanese, and it's like a minute of Japanese, so you're reading, and it's like it's the beginning of the movie. Y'all got me reading. How long am I gonna be doing this? Right. And then they got into the action, so I was like, all right, cool. And they got into America, and like not to be funny, but then it was like, all right, cool, great. Like at least I don't have to like read the whole movie. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because like I didn't want to do that. You know what I mean? At the same time, you're like, am I watching the wrong version? You know what I'm saying? Like, but the only thing I did not like the main character. If I'm gonna be honest, I didn't like the whole his power was like his body was all golden or something like that. It was kind of like I thought you were gonna become Scorpion, or like just the way they made it seem. It was just like it was like you ever played like the Mortal Kombat video games?
I played
like from like Xbox and GameCube on to where like the storyline started changing.
Oh, I started playing Mortal Kombat during Sega Genesis.
Okay, so like eventually they create
32-bit.
They like create like storylines, or you get like characters that like aren't Sub-Zero or something like that, but they get a storyline in the game, and that's kind of like what it felt like. It kind of felt like you were watching the movie of like the main character of a video game, and it was just kind of like your powers suck ass, bro. Like, like
Your powers suck ass.
There's Sub-Zero. We haven't seen Johnny Cage yet. He's gonna come over doing some cool shit. We haven't seen Reptile yet. He's gonna do some like. You got a gold armor. Like they're gonna kill you, bro.
Now there was a cartoon series too, wasn't there? Mortal Kombat back in the day. I don't know what it was on, but I know there was one.
That was back when like X-Men was rocking.
Yeah.
That X-Men.
Dude, fucking dude, you can stream that on Disney Plus.
I be streaming that. That's what I'm saying. All that 92.
Yeah, dude, I love X-Men. I'll watch the show. I used to watch it on Saturday mornings, and I forget where the fuck it was on, but that's when I watched it.
Bro, I'm so committed to that stuff that I've even watched like the new Mighty Ducks on the Disney Plus. Like it's a horrible show. It's an absolutely horrible show. There's one funny little kid on the show, the whole show. You know what I'm saying? But like I like the original Mighty Ducks. And like if they do something to where like Charlie just shows up, I don't want to miss it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want somebody to tell me about it. So I'll be watching it, and then I get to the end of the season, I'm like, suck, dog. Why did I watch this? What am I hoping for? What am I waiting for? They're not making this show for me. They don't care about me.
Right. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'd be watching it, dog.
Yeah. I watch a lot of shit on Disney Plus, but that's because, fuck, dude, I'm a Star Wars guy, so I watch all the new Star Wars shit. Mandalorian 3rd season is going to be coming out soon. I've been catching up on the Bad Batch, which is the animated series.
I was just about to ask you, are the cartoons worth it, bro?
Have you? Yeah, absolutely.
I've watched all of the actual live action Star Wars stuff ever. I've seen every single, except for all of Andor. I haven't finished Andor.
That's a good one too.
Because I waited for it to be done.
Right. Yep.
So I need to go back and watch it before the Mandalorian starts.
It's badass, dude. I enjoy it. Boba Fett wasn't that great. Did you watch that one?
Bro, I was like, young niggas made a toy for him. You know what's funny? We sell those at Walmart. I'm pretty sure those things don't ever move. I'm pretty sure they're in the same spot from when we originally displayed them. Like, and that's no offense to like Star Wars. It's just that like, bro, y'all made us wait so long, and then gave us that. Like, come on, man. Like, come on.
I heard that they greenlit the next season of Obi-Wan too, so that'll be cool.
I didn't finish that either. Now that you say that, I forgot they made that one.
That's good, dude. You gotta check it out. It's really good. I really enjoyed it.
So I lied earlier. Yeah, I have to finish.
But no, so the animated series, like, so first of all, let me just state that I haven't completed all of Clone Wars, the animated series.
I think I've seen like one episode.
All right, but Rebels, which is after Clone Wars, right? Rebels, the great series. Watch that one. And then the other animated series was there's the Tales of the Jedi, which is good, but you kind of have to know what's going on in Clone Wars too, right? And then there's Bad Batch. Bad Batch is cool because it's the tale. It's like the story of the clone. Like, so there's a Bad Batch of clones that they use to make the other clones, right? Mm-hmm. And like they use their different like qualities to make the final clone, right?
Sorry, I'm listening to you. Do you have somewhere I can plug this in there?
Yeah, behind you over there. There's wherever that's plugged in. Or I can plug it in over here, I think. Here.
You need the box, right?
Nope.
Appreciate you. My bad.
All right. So. All right, what were we talking about now?
Bad Batch.
All right, so Bad Batch. Ooh, hello. Bad Batch. It's like the story of the clones after Order 66.
Okay.
Which is kind of cool, and I'm enjoying it.
The only sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, but like the only animation I just randomly remember that I've watched is for some reason I watched like the whole story. They had like some kind of animation storyline of like R2-D2 and C-3PO throughout like the whole like Star Wars universe about like how they're always there at like all the moments. So like I watched that for some reason. I think it might even have been like a Lego thing. Like it wasn't even like an actual like Star Wars animation.
Right.
But like that thing was hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, but I mean, I loved Star Wars up into the very last movie, and then I was like, you guys absolutely wasting my time. like,
Well, what? Which last? So, which one did you not? I did not like the Last Jedi whatsoever. And this motherfucker is
that my phone?
yeah. Okay. Maybe it might be good now. We'll see. But anyways, the Last Jedi sucked, and then they came back with the Rise of Skywalker.
That was the last movie.
Yeah.
That was trash.
Oh, it was better than
Bro,
the Last
movies.
Jedi.
I can't say that.
I can.
Only because you spent 8 movies. You spent 8 movies telling me the story of the Skywalkers. To end it with the story of Emperor Palpatine, like it was literally just all about him. After 9 movies, after 7 decades, after people's lifetimes, you were like, everything you've watched. We lied. Actually, she's the granddaughter of the bad guy that died kind of 6 movies ago. Like, we put him out weird. Sorry about that. But yeah, now it's something about the Skywalkers. But she is a Skywalker because she loved a Skywalker. But he's dead. And so are the other Skywalkers. Except for the one that's hidden somewhere on the moon. But he probably won't ever come back. Because he's a ghost too.
Well, he died. Yeah, he died.
He didn't die. He just disappeared.
Well, that's true.
he just Jedi disappeared. He's like, you know what? Jumps. Before you kill me, I'm just gonna jumps.
I'm just gonna jumps.
Like, what? You could have did this whole time. She found you. When Ray found you, you could have did that if you really wanted to be alone. Now you just do that. Like, I don't accept it. I don't. And that was the end of the one that you said was a bad one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, like, it kind of like that one leading into the one that I'm talking about. It was the whole thing.
Dude, come on. The whole space. In Last Jedi, they did this one where they couldn't, the whole space race thing, like, and they're like, dude, fuck that. The movie sucked. I'm sorry. I can't. No.
That was the one where she held the ship. Is that what you're talking about?
The ship, and they were fucking, I don't know what it was. They were on a chase, and something was, I can't fucking remember. I blocked it out of my mind.
Bro, the last one she killed him and then brought him back to life.
Who?
Ray. She stabbed him with the lightsaber. She stabbed Kylo Ren with the lightsaber when they were fighting on the wet rock.
Oh,
there was water everywhere. And then all of a sudden she was like, you know what? I'm pretty sure if I put my hand right here, you'll come back to life, even though nobody has ever done that before. And she did it, and then he died anyways. And I was like, so why doesn't she put her hand on him again? Like, she's already done this. Like, what is going on? Ain't no way I'm saving one person one time. If I can heal you from the dead, I think Mark's Jesus. No, I'm not Jesus, but I could do it. I could do the stuff he could do. You know what I'm saying? But I can do it. I could do that kind of stuff. Yeah, like I don't know why I can, but yeah, I've done it before. You know what I'm saying? I might as well do it again. The story doesn't make sense. She just goes back to the same old little hut.
Well, I don't think
in the dirt.
I don't.
And just like, I'll just take his name. I won't try to bring him back. I'll just take his name.
Okay. Well,
now I'm going to have to watch the movie because like I'm not. Oh my god.
I like I don't like it as much as I liked the other ones.
I'm going to have to see why you like it.
I liked it better than The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi sucked, dude. I hate The Last Jedi.
To be honest, The Force Awakens was the worst one out of the last 3.
I like that one more than the other 2.
And the only reason it's the worst to me is because it established so much that they never followed up on.
Okay, see, now I like it because they established. I don't like the other 2 because they didn't follow up on all this. And
I don't know. I give every movie its own critique thing like that. And like,
I like
what's his
the
name?
Force Awakens.
Finn is one of those things where I was like, bro, you were supposed to be him. Right.
They could have did some shit with Finn too.
You were supposed to be our guy, bro. You were supposed to give in that world where like not to be funny, but like in 15 years, like some little black kids are like, I grew up watching Star Wars, and there was like Finn was the closest we got, but they never gave him one. And I know Mace Windu, you know what I'm saying, but he was way before my time, and he died and kind of died because there's a theory that he never really died. He just floated away or something like that. And he's the only person with the purple lightsaber.
Right.
Like, who gets a? How do you get your
He
own
asked for it.
How do you get your? Which is smart.
Right.
Can I get my own color?
Yeah.
And now it's to the point where like I don't know what color I would ask for. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't get my own color. No, never mind.
No.
I usually play with black when I play in the video games. So
that's the dark saber.
Yeah, the moment I can, like, let me get that black one. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, the dark saber. That's part of the Mandalorian, dude. That's the Mandalorian's fucking thing, dude. Whoever holds the dark saber is like
I can't wait for it to start.
The ruler of. So
they got the guy from Breaking Bad as the bad guy. I love that.
Yeah. Well, there's a Comic-Con, Great Lakes Comic-Con is coming up. It's like the February 24th or something like that. And so the guy that played Cad Bane in The Mandalorian in the second season, he's going to be there. And then I guess the guy that did some work in The Mandalorian as the Mandalorian, right? Like
in the suit?
Yeah. And then
will he be in the suit or just be there like talking?
He'll just be there signing autographs. But then also Arn Anderson's going to be there. So it's a Comic-Con.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like with them specifically. Like he's coming with the
him and his son are going to be there. Him and Brock Anderson. But I'm thinking about heading out there and going to get Arn Anderson's autograph again because I have his autograph already, but I have it on for the Four Horsemen thing, and it's all of them and all Four Horsemen, and I just don't want to
get it on his own.
I wanted to get I'd rather just get like I like getting them on a figure, but I'll just get an 8x10, I guess. I don't know.
Collection's got to be wild, bro.
It's all put away.
It's got to be worth so much.
Yeah. Well, it's not as much as some other people, dude. Have you ever seen that Greatest Wrestling Collection guy?
No.
Oh, God. He's the guy that's been on all the WWE specials. He's here from Michigan. He's from Michigan. He's got a thing he's always on, but he's got way more shit than I do. Like, the wrestlers go to him.
I mean, maybe it was still.
Yeah, I do have a lot of shit, but you know what I do have in my Mark Ross, which reminds me is I need to get a because now that you're going with Mark Ross and it's not signed by Mark Ross, it's signed by Aquabro, it's signed by Keith Sweat. That table,
right? You have the table piece from Alex?
I have the table piece. Isn't that the same table piece from the McMorrin show too? With what's his name? That used to be in TNA.
It's the same table with Robbie E, but I didn't go through that McMorrin yet.
Right, I know that.
Yeah, no. That was that table that I was like scavenging to get for that show.
Right.
Bro, it'll pop up in August. It pops up every August in people's Facebook of me falling off that ladder. But yeah, like that was literally my only spot in the whole match.
Well, but I have that table. It's signed by Alex too.
And then Alex just jumped through it. That was the funniest part is I missed it. I completely missed it when I tried to jump through it. And then Alex tried. I was supposed to like power bomb him or choke slam him or something like that through the table. And literally he jumped and I looked up and like as I looked up he just was going down and like went right through the table and I was like, oh fuck, we fucked that up. I was just like, I pinned him. He was like, "What do you do?" I was like, "Nigga, just lay there. Just lay there. The game is over, bro. Game is over."
That's
my
great.
bad.
Yeah, I have that. I have one of the original Mark Ross shirts. Or no, excuse me. It was the
Keith Sweat, the Sweatsational ones.
I have that one, but I have what was the one? What was it when you did the handprint?
Oh, Cyrus Satin.
Was that was yep, that was Cyrus. That was the shirt I wore when I interviewed fucking Tony Atlas and fucking Farouk.
Man, that was such a long day. Did you pick me up?
I don't remember. No, I don't think I did. I think
it might have been Rich Rhodey then. Rich Rhodey picked me up because that's when I got in the car.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while.
I got in the car and Farouk was in the front seat and Tony Atlas was in the back seat. And I got in the car next to the Tony Atlas and he goes, "What are you?" And I was like, "I'm black." Like, what are you talking about? And he is like, oh no, he said, what are you? And I was like, I'm a man. And he goes, no, I mean like, what is you, like, what's your nationality? And I was like, oh, I'm black. He goes, oh, okay. And then like he just went back to talking to Rich about what they were talking about. I was like, the hell? But that was back when I had like the blue and pink hair and stuff. So like I get it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it was just like,
he was
cool.
a character.
So like I'm glad that's how I met you.
Yeah.
I'm glad that's how I get to tell people I met you now.
Yeah, he was a character, wasn't he?
Yeah, and Ron Simmons was just chill the whole day.
Yeah, Ron Simmons was cool. Well, you know, originally the story, like, he didn't want to do an interview that day, and he didn't know he was going to do an interview that day, so he was like, you got 5 minutes. And then
right.
So I came up with the best question I could come up with, and that was that. And then he was kind of like, oh, this guy's not really trying to get me to do dumb shit, and then it kind of warmed up a little bit.
Yeah, but as long like, yeah, he doesn't want to be going damn on camera for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. But then there's also was like, I'm pretty sure it was rainy that day.
It was.
You know what I'm saying? It was kind of gloomy. Like they were there for an art show, and like they both, I didn't realize it, but they both were artists, so they were trying to actually sell their art. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's one of those things where it's just like if we had known the situation, it would have been a lot different. But it was a different way to spend the Saturday.
Yeah.
It was definitely
a different way to spend
especially
Saturday.
With 2 WWE Hall of Famers like that.
Yeah,
like that's what I mean. Like that's my whole like. Imagine that was 2018, and 5 years later, here I am getting Breakout Star of the Year, or being nominated for Breakout Star of the Year and nominated for Wrestler of the Year. It's like, yeah, 5 years ago though, I was right there with the WWE guys.
Right.
Traveling with Evolve, getting even closer to the WWE guys.
Right. Well, I think that's about it for tonight, man. It's
yeah, that was fun, bro.
Yeah, I gotta work tomorrow.
I know you do, bro.
I
gotta work tomorrow night. You gotta work in the morning, so I understand that, but I gotta work tomorrow night.
Well, dude, I volunteered, and listen, I make a good amount of money.
Any day you show up at Walmart is basically volunteering.
You know, and when you make good money, it's hard to say no to money.
Right.
So I'm gonna make good money, and my house payment's due, and Valentine's Day's coming.
For sure.
You know, there's all kinds of shit that's got to be paid. So, but thank you everybody for joining us. Make sure that you smash that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And this is just kind of one of those things we do whenever we can. Right? I mean, we talk about it and then we do it. So hopefully it becomes a thing more often. So thank you, everybody. Oh, yeah, I got to go over here. I'm going to the wrong screen because it's usually over here. Thank you so much. We will catch you later. Peace out.
It's going down. This is Rasslin Rage. It's going down. This is Rasslin Rage. Scream it out loud. This is Rasslin Rage. Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade. It's going down. This is Rasslin Rage.